All right, everybody, we are excited for tonight's Zoom. We have a special guest on tonight sharing. I've wanted to have her on for the last few weeks, so finally made that happen. But a little bit of who we are, especially newbies, I know have been getting on. I am Stephanie Dunn, and this is Joel Dunn, and we have been in for 16 years, crazy. And we started back 16 years ago, just broke. A lot of people didn't know our story, standing in food lines, just like wanting somebody to show us how to do something, kind of like like Kelly's going to show us tonight, just if somebody shows me, I'm willing to do the work. And so I think back to when we did start, and I wish somebody would have shared the opportunity sooner. So if you're taking notes, remember that there's somebody that might be on your mind tonight that you haven't shared with that you just want, like, just reach out because they could be just like I was. Like, I wish somebody would have shared the opportunity.
You never know who needs this. And though you think they look like they don't need this,
Mhm.
they may want this if they don't need it.
Yeah, a lot of the things, you guys, we needed it. It was like air, right? Like when you don't have money, it's like you need it. Like there's no excuses. You just got to find a way. And so when we did, I just kept it really simple, like, okay, I'm just going to share this with people and give them options. And I still do that to this day. Like I don't make it complicated. Just one of the best things I think that you can do as a new distributor, as a seasoned distributor, is just don't overthink and just do. I think we think, oh, Kelly's doing this. Oh, so and so's doing this. Like, do it. We're going to learn all of the things that people are doing, but then always be yourself. And I think just don't overthink it and get it out there. So that's one of the things that I want to take away. But Joel said something that he said, you just never know who may need this. They may look like they have it all together and they may not. And recently, Joel's been around people with high level money, you guys. A lot of people have already they've made a lot of money, but they don't have significance. And so, what does that mean? What does that look like? They want to impact people. So, if you see somebody a high net worth, don't be afraid to offer the opportunity because they want significance. They may have a job, but they don't have a business like this to offer them, to bring people along with them, to show them, hey, you can impact not only your family, but thousands of lives. And that's a big missing piece for a lot of people. They're just kind of, feeling like, what more can we do? So I just wanted to say that before I forget, because me and Joel have conversations all the time, and we're like, this is what's going on. So, that is your cue.
Only you were a fly on the wall in this house.
There, I just shared a little bit of the being a fly on the wall. So, anyway, that was just on my heart to make sure that we did that. But enough about us. You guys will always hear our story. But we want Kelly on here because I think there's a lot of people that think, oh gosh, you hear a name or you see a name and you're like, man, they just took off and became successful. And so, I wanna make sure that you guys hear her story. So, Kelly, you should be able to unmute. Let's see if you can unmute.
Yes.
All right, I'm excited. So, Kelly, I just love that you were so willing to share and you were sharing all the scripts. So, you guys, I want you to know this. We do have a picture that I'm going to put up, but then the scripts will be dropped in the chat. And I told her, I said, send what you got because people love that. Like, Kelly, you're probably going to get a bunch of inboxes. You know this when you share, people are like, need to be your friend, and we want that. But that was the one thing that I noticed you didn't hold back. And so, thank you. I appreciate that so much. I know everybody will on tonight's Zoom, but give us your story. Like, who are you? What's your age? How long have you been at works? Your rank? Like, did you take off? Or was there something that you can share with everyone tonight?
Yes. So first off, thank you so much for having me. But my name's Kelly. I'm 26 years old and I joined this business almost 7 years ago. It's crazy. It'll be 7 years in January. And I started when I was a broke college student in nursing school at Mizzou, working two part-time jobs. And I saw someone posting on social media, making extra income. And I was like, I have nothing to lose. Like, why not try? And so within like 3, 4 months, I was able to quit both those part-time jobs. And then ever since graduating nursing school 4 years ago, I have been doing this full time. And there's always ups and downs, but I absolutely love this business. I'm lifetime diamond and just been working with my team and mass enrolling a lot this past, like these past honestly few months. But yeah, that's a little bit about me.
I love that, you guys. She makes it sound just
No big deal.
nonchalant.
Yeah,
Just a few months of
just
it
a couple
enrolling.
months, I've just been destroying it.
Is there anyone, you guys, drop a chat if you've been in for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6, 7 years, and you're like, "I wanna be a mass enroller like Kelly." I know that that's what you're gonna do, so, you know, I think, Kelly, first off, you don't know unless you stay in the game, and that's you. You've stayed in, you're doing this. I also hear this is your full-time gig as Diamond. Is that correct?
That is.
So, again, you guys, I think that we always think, "Oh my gosh, I need to be a presidential diamond or something to make full-time income." And with the bonuses and how they are, like, you're making full-time income as a diamond. So I don't wanna take this lightly, you guys. Diamond is the license to print money, so we wanna make sure that you get there. But everybody's gonna ask, "Okay, what" share a little bit because I think it's been, like it was, like I heard, like, 6 weeks in, I think it was July, August or June, July, like, 70 DTs within 60 or 6 weeks, is that right? Something like that?
Yeah, it was close to that.
So, you guys, this is Mass Enroller, so what happened?
So I honestly, so long story short, I have 3 Instagram accounts. I've always had 2. My main had gotten taken down a couple years ago, so I made a 3rd one. And I ended up getting my main one back, but I was super consistent posting on my 3rd account that had, like, no followers at all. But I wanted to grow that in case I were to lose, of course, my main account, and I was consistent posting every single day, and end of May, I had, like, a video just get a million views. And then I posted about, like, the business opportunity, and then that took off with, like, close to a million, and ever since then, I've had potential since. I'm still getting back to comments from, like, literally end of May, as fast as I can with what Instagram will let me, but that is kind of what, like, turn the switch on, I guess, of, like, my enrollments increasing so much. And then, of course, following up. I'm huge on following up. And anytime we have deals or, promotions, discounted kits, um, I am going through all of my potentials list and following up with them. And that's how I also get a lot of enrollments.
So, you guys, I want you to hear something that I've heard this. A lot of people that have had things shut down, they have to pivot. So, you have a couple options. You can quit and roll over and be like, "I'm done," or you can pivot and be prepared. And that's exactly what you did, Kelly. I love that you're sharing that because that's important. So, if you're hearing this, Instagram rewards new accounts too. So a lot of people are like, maybe I should just start a new account. So if you're like, all right, let me try to do that. Maybe have a backup or a third, just like Kelly did, because you can post the exact same videos on just like on TikTok, the same thing. TikTok, you can do like 3 of the same videos back to back. They don't penalize you, and one could take off. And that's the one that could get you the thing. So, with the Instagram, how long did you have it new before that one took off?
So it was like 6 months. And it's funny because I remember saying to Nay, I was like, "Oh, okay, like, I have, like, 1,100 followers." And then within a week, 2 weeks, it was up to, like, 11K. And so, like, that's why I always say, like, don't, like, the potential you have if you're posting consistently every single day. I don't care if videos get, and before that, I was getting, like, 500, 600, like, maybe 1,000 views, if that. And then it's like, if one video takes off, like, but my entire point of this is being consistent, because if I wasn't consistent before that and had a ton of, like, content prior, like, who knows if this video would have gone viral and the ones after that.
Right, you guys, so that's it, key. I know you have a tap link, so make sure if you guys haven't learned how to do that, go in and create that after this. Google that, look in team pages on how to do that. But you're gonna walk us through that because you said that in kind of some of your text messages. And so I'm actually gonna have my assistant come on here and she's gonna drop this. So you guys, if you're in the chat, just know we're gonna drop scripts. So I know you're gonna be all excited to wanna chat and be like, "Oh my gosh," but let's walk through this because I think this is important. So I asked her, I was like, "What platform do you use?" And I usually know all the questions or the answers to the questions, but I was like, "All right, I wanna make sure that we have it." So you use all the platforms, and a lot of people are using TikTok to get them over to their Instagram to do the host to post. So walk us through kind of what you had sent me earlier, and then I'll just have my assistant drop kind of those in there.
Sure. So with TikTok, like let's say at the time when my third account on Instagram was going like viral with stuff, so was TikTok, to a certain degree. And so I bring everyone to TikTok to my Instagram, but it's my main account, not my third account that I've been talking about. I can drop that tag also in the chat. But I have them click the link in my bio. And then on Instagram, I on this account that with the comments for Insta comments, that's for my second and third account. I don't post the giveaway on my main account because of how sensitive it is. But I will drop my third account in the chat so you guys can have that and look at it. It's very similar to my main, so don't get those two confused. But anyway, so I bring anyone from TikTok essentially to my tap link, and then I have the conversation from there. So I just explain like, hey, this is the giveaway we're doing. You have to be 18 or older and essentially live in US or Canada. And I have that script also. I think I sent that.
Mhm.
And then once they say yes, I send just like a picture of my before and afters. If you're not a product of the product, you need to be a product of the product and use our products because people want to see results, right? Like at the end of the day, like your potentials are wanting to buy products and they need to see before and afters. If you don't need to lose weight, that's fine. We have a ton of other products you could be using, like hair care and all of that. So I just use our like I use my before and afters from the weight loss products I used when like I first started. And that then I have people text me slimmer and I have my number and that's what they post for me. And then after that, always ask for a screenshot so I can, just see that they
Yeah.
posted it and it's not just to close friends, right? Because some people will just do that and you want to make sure like, no, if you want an entry, like please make sure because close friends could literally just be you, right?
Mhm.
And so I always just like to double check. And then from there, after they send the screenshot, I just send the thank you message. And if the thank you message essentially just has, well, oh yeah, right here. Um, yeah, more info on product. Now I don't have the business like included in that, but if I'll also have a lot of people that will say, "Oh, like I'm sorry I don't have the money," or, "Money's really tight. This is why I entered the giveaway." And then I just like offer the business and I just send I'll just send it in the chat. I don't think I sent you this. I send that. And then they're like, "Oh yeah." So then that's kind of how I'll like navigate the distributor conversation. But from there, when they like ask or they're wanting info on the products, I just send them like the so first tell me. Um, and then depending on what they say, I just kind of go based off that. So
So
I know
this yeah, this is what she did, you guys. So when she's sending the screenshot is this. So there she's showing this. She's having them put this in their story, okay? So if you have before and after pictures, put those in there. Create something like this for yourself, but this is a great example. Make sure you have your info on there. And then here, there's a screenshot, and then she goes for there. And then this is where she's saying, hope you're having a great day if you're interested. So that's where she's going to kind of go and ask. She goes through and kind of shares, okay, a few of the products. And so I asked her today, I asked Kelly, I said, okay, well, send me if people message, say appetite control, they want to lose 5 to 30 pounds. So she goes, I know you mentioned appetite control. So if you're having the conversation back and forth, and you're wanting to lose weight, 99% of the time, most people say yes, that they are. And so then she'll be like, okay, just a few questions. A lot of these scripts, you guys, you probably have them similar. Again, we can tweak them if you want, but one of the questions she does is, do you drink coffee daily? So that's going to give you guys the idea of we're going to go the coffee route or not. So we're going to drop those. She might have already put those in the chat. If they drink coffee daily, she put, okay, I can't wait to help you. I lost 27 pounds using the triple threat. So that she goes on and says it's the slimmer, burn, and skinny brew. Okay. So she walks through all that, gives a little bit of the information on each product. If they don't drink coffee or like coffee, okay, can't wait to help. I lost 27 pounds using our triple threat. So that's the burn slimmer gummies. You guys, she's sending the same before and after pictures. I think this is where it's crazy. Our products work together. So whether they do coffee or don't do the coffee, they're going to get results, right? And so I love that you did that, the basically coffee one or not. It's kind of the same thing with caffeine free and caffeine, right? Like we want to know what way they're going to go. And then she actually, I'm gonna have to drop these in later, sent like she'll send like 6 photos. So to show before and after. So if you guys have before and afters that you love, you can just show that. I'll drop these in pages so you guys can also see that. So the other thing that I asked her, and this is something, again, we have the pick two, and I noticed in her wording, she didn't say anything about the pricing. So, um, if she's just sending the pricing on the not the coffee one, it's 70. She actually breaks it down. So I kind of think this is genius, you guys. Each product price. So walk us through that because I'm like, all right, I know why I would do that because I want higher BV, but walk us through why you broke it down each product and the pricing and kind of the process.
So I've done this like for years. First off, like I do these weight loss packs. This is I honestly I don't the weight loss packs. I call them packs, but they're like are made up packs, right? Because it's more BV. You're looking anywhere between if they get all three, depending on the coffee, and then like the coffee slimmer burn or 2 a day, 4 a day gummies with burn and slimmer, anywhere from 100 to 133 BV, and that's not even including like adding on upsells. Um, with the packs, yes, they get like multiple products as well for like 60 or maybe 80 BV. But I have just always done triple threat, like coffee or no coffee, triple threat. And I like to break it down that way because then people ask questions. They're like, okay, wait, so how much for all three? And then I'll break it down like, 2 a day gummies, burn and slimmer is 149. And then 4 a day gummies, burn slimmer is 182. You'll get free shipping as well, which one works best for you. And then that kind of gives them an in like, let's do 2 day. And then I, check them out accordingly. Or if they're like, oh, sorry, that's too much, then I just say, like, okay, no worries. Like, you don't need all three products to see results. Our products all have clinically proven ingredients in them. Do you want to just get started with one? Like, my discounts first come, first serve. Like, I also have like a huge sense of urgency too when I'm having these conversations with potentials, whether it's a distributor or a customer. And I'm also huge on sending voice messages. So that's kind of how I like navigate the conversations with pricing. I mean, with the coffee, it's just 193. Does that work for you or no? And then they're like, yeah, yes or no. And if that doesn't, then I always offer just, one or two. Like get started with one or two because you're still going to see results.
Yeah, I love that, you guys. So again, whatever works for you. If you're seasoned in this and you know you can be like, okay, I'm going to create my own pack with that and just send them that. The worst case, the pricing isn't there. You could go and offer them pick two. Or right now, any order over $50, oh, you're going to get a free product with this as well. It's you can pick greens or whatever you want, and this is the value that you're giving. So always give that retail, and pretty much you are giving them a product free almost all the time because it works, gives us promos, you guys. So if it's that $50 or more and she's offering these products, most of them are going to pick usually 2 products, then they get a third one for free. Here's what I love. So you also say they want the coffee, burn, and slimmer. But before you put in the order, so I love this. Walk us through kind of what you share to upsell them. Oh,
Nope,
we can't hear you.
you're
You're
muted.
muted.
Sorry.
That
I
was all the
offer
magic, wasn't
Yep,
it? That was like all the good
and
stuff
done.
in.
I offer like a wide variety of products. If I previously gave information on any of the products listed in the upsell, I'll take it out so they don't like see it and see the prices and be like, wait, this is like, because it's
Yeah,
like it's special offer, whatever. So, and then I just renumber them accordingly, right? According, like if I take out coffee, then I just,
yeah,
renumber the products so they're listed in order, but that I just do that. Some people don't. But anyway, so I like to send this upsell because it offers not only like weight loss, if I didn't even give them information, because imagine this, like someone texts you Slimmer from posting HAP and they don't even know all the different products that we have to offer. They're just interested in weight loss. And so I've had people be like, oh, like add on greens and aloe, like they want gut health or they want like collagen or they want a leave-in conditioner and they don't know that we have to offer all these other products, right? So I just have this upsell that I've used for a while now, and a lot of times people will add on one or two or three or four. And again, that's like going to be a 200 plus BV order you're looking at. And other times people say no thanks, and I just say okay, no worries, and I create their cart or they'll send me their information, and we get them checked out. So I like this upsell because it, like I said, people can see that it's a wide variety, whether it's gut health, weight loss, like clearer skin, electrolytes, right? And they are able to see like, oh, it's this deal, but it normally retails for this. So
right.
it looks like they're
It
like,
looks
oh,
like
I'm
a good
getting a
deal.
really good deal. Yeah.
Is this something that you're sending to everybody? Because what's interesting about this, guys, if you pay attention to what she's done, she's listed things like she said that they don't even know we offer. So think about that when you are talking to somebody as a prospective client. Are they just going for weight loss because that's all they think that there is? And then you send them this, and then all of a sudden, like she said, they're like, oh, I didn't know I needed leave-in conditioner. This is something that every single one of you should be putting in play because of the fact that the person that you're probably talking to is only thinking about weight loss, not knowing that we've got 20 different products in 20 different categories.
Yeah, I love that. Reminds me of Jamie Becca's like one to like send all this, and I'm just like, I think we get excited and we think, oh my gosh, we got a sale. Like we don't want to offer them anything else. So get that out of your head, because when people are ready and they're having the conversation, the worst that they're going to do is go back to what they already said yes to. So that's like a double win if they add on anything. So I love that. If you guys notice something, what I love is too, if you're sending these, maybe there's 5 that you want to do something, but they're just a quick description. So it's not like this long drawn out, you know, storybook of things, because I think for me, I'm like, oh my gosh, what did they just send? Or there's this 5-minute voicemail or voice message. I don't want to listen to that. So, if you've got their attention, giving them kind of what it does, that's all you need to do, and then seeing the price. So I love that. Is there anything else you do before you either put them in or send them the link? Do you offer the business before? Is there something that you would do there?
I personally don't. I never have, like, just because I just like go based off how the conversation essentially started. And then, I had someone checking out earlier and then was like, okay, well, if like we had previously talked about the business and I turned her into a customer and I was like, yeah, no, of course, like you can still join after you try the products. Like that's what she was asking. And so to answer your question, no. But I think like there's no like I guess you could, right? Like especially when we have the $1. I think like when the $1 was going on, I was like, okay, like hey, like are you interested in also making extra income? Because you can also just like do that too for $1. And if you decide you don't want to, like you can still just try the products, but also just $1.
So this is what I think. She probably has like business talks with people and customer talks. Now, I believe that I'm going to try to get everybody as a distributor. That's just who I am. whatever you guys are strong in. Like if you just feel like that conversation has been geared towards customer and you're just like, maybe I will offer it to them, but I don't want to pressure it. You planted the seed. They can always upgrade second month, third month, 6 months, right? So I understand what you're trying to say there, Kelly. You're not just going in for every single person. And then there's people that are like, man, if I could get this distributor or get this person in as a distributor and then teach them what I do, that's what I want. So again, maybe you need distributors and you want to build and you're looking for that, start offering more of that. But again, there's no wrong way to do the business, you guys. And I think that's the best part of this is everybody's going to have their strengths, what feels good to them. Um I just have always been distributor driven because I go back to I wish somebody would have shared this with me before. And then there's people that are like, I was a customer for 6 months before I even joined, and sometimes customers are your best distributors because they have the great before and after pictures, right? So I love that. So here's what I know, Kelly. You've had the success going from TikTok to Instagram. Um, Now do you utilize Facebook with the host of posts the same or different?
So with Facebook, honestly, like when like my Instagram and TikTok were like blowing up, I neglected, if I'm going to be honest, Facebook because I was like so busy and nonstop on the other two platforms that and answering tap links that it was nonstop. Like it was like, okay, 11 o'clock at night, midnight, and I was like, okay, I'm still getting back to people. And then I woke up with 100 plus messages. So and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna
Oh,
post
the
more.
life, so hard.
So then I posted something on Facebook. I forget what post it was. It was maybe like a distributor one. And it got so many comments and I was like, "Oh, okay." So I go from posting consistently on Facebook to then like, not as consistently and I get a ton of comments when interaction on Facebook for me personally a little bit hit or miss. So I haven't really posted a ton of TikToks or like reels on Facebook, but I try and do like more life posts or like product posts. I think with Facebook it's a little different, like with like what you post. Like I copy a lot of like what Christian posts and just take stuff from other leaders, but change it around to wording wise for me, right? But Facebook I haven't been as consistent with, I would say up until like recently. I mean, when I first started, yes, it's just been like probably since like end of May to like end of August that like it was not as consistent, but I noticed it was kind of like a win-win because I was like then when I was posting, I was getting a lot of interaction and I was like, great, like better than none. So it was just a little hard to juggle all three at a time.
Well, when you have something blow up like that, you guys, I think this is the key. You got to be consistent until you have something like this. So, if this is where social media has been tricky with Facebook, you got to learn the other platforms. And this is why we wanted you guys to do this is because Facebook is great for host to post and doing that. But if it's not being seen, we need to flip and you need to try other platforms because look what she did from just being consistent. And I know a lot of you guys have Instagram, you just haven't used it like Facebook. And it's like, why aren't you just using it? Like it's such amazing platform to get out. Same with TikTok to convert them over. So I love that you shared that because it literally could be all of you at any time. You don't know when the people are going to come. And it's an easy system when you can do this. Now, if you don't want to wait and you're like, I have a video that's gone viral or I don't have people shifting over there. One of the best things is you can look at your friends list. Have they ever done a host to post for you on Instagram? If not, go there. Like start there. Start having them share what she did. And then you can offer the product just like we walked through, you guys. That's no different than flipping them over to Instagram, is getting them to do the host to post for you, doing the giveaways to grow your network, to get them in that cycle so that you start having people to follow up with and pushing out your platform. So it really is simple when we keep it simple. Like I think that's it. You've got your system that works for you. You guys drop a one if this was helpful for you. If you feel like, okay, this is something that I can do. This isn't hard.
I'm dropping a one.
Yeah, Joel's like, "1, 1, 1, 1." Okay, Joel's gonna be doing host to post on Instagram for me. So we know that it was good. It's just getting it from the boards, like, again, training your brain on doing it just a little bit different. It's just tweaking it, you guys, and I think that that's been the thing that people need to know is, like, how can I do that? So, take the time to create a post. If you have your before and after pictures, I love that, Kelly, like, you got your before and after pictures, so you're a product of the product, and I know many faces on here, you guys, and you have a before and after picture, so don't be afraid to use it. And then she sends the same before and after pictures, 4 or 5 pictures, and whatever they are, coffee or non-coffee drinker, they're usually 3 products, and we know that they're gonna do that. Is there anything that you're like, "Oh, hey, I missed this, like, I forgot, I need to share this," or are you like, "This is all I do, it's boring, but that's what makes money?"
No, I would just say, like, I have a lot of my newbies. I know, like, people, like, since I've enrolled, like, a lot of distributors, right? Like, for newbies, like, if they don't have their before and afters, like, I still have them post a slimmer post, but it's just like with someone like my before and afters or like someone else's, right? Or like I'm like, Nay and I have been like really big on having our newbies, um, like remake TikToks and distributor like videos like PDT and then customer ones. And I'm so big on, I always send voice messages to my newbies. I'm like, just here's before and afters. It literally already says before, after, like you just have to like shorten the clip on TikTok and just be like when your teammates lose or try them, whatever, right? Like, and I try and make it as simple as I can, like for the newbies, because I get it. I was there once, and TikTok wasn't there when I started, but it can be overwhelming. And so I think like if you break it down for them, they're like I've had so many newbies that are like making TikTok, and I'm like, wow, I never used to have this. Like they'd be like, oh, like I don't want to use it, or like, and it was like now I have so many people that are using it because I just have like a step in the boards that really like just explain it like word for word on how to do it. Like, let me know if you have questions. And then I'll also like send a screen recording too with like the audio on if they like really they don't even have the app, right? And on how to make those videos, because I think it's important for your newbies, because if what's working for me is working, then I'm going to teach that to my team. Like you want duplication at the end of the day. And so I right off the bat will like tell my newbies like go put up a TikTok, like go put up the one that went viral for me, because I want them to see the success and to go viral. And I know I've had a couple girls on my team like go viral because they are coachable and trainable and listen to what I tell them to do.
That's a big thing, you guys, you gotta be able to do it. So,
Hey guys, if you would just go do what we tell you to do, then you win.
y
That's what I just heard.
well, and Kelly, so I love this because there are so many newbies or they're gonna rewatch and they're gonna be like, "Okay, I'm new or I've never done TikTok," and you just said, "Share what I shared." So, do you have them have an app to take your TikTok that went viral? Like, how do you walk them through that process?
So I just tell them to, well, I send them the wording over the video, and then I send them like the caption, even though it says copy and paste this caption, but some people, so,
Yep.
and then I say copy this sound, and you click in the lower right corner and use that audio. What really went off for me is the point 0.5 videos when you recorded that just through your camera app, like literally nothing fancy. The video that went, I remember Nate was like, just record this. And I was like, I'm in like a big sweatshirt. My hair is like 2 weeks dirty and I have zero makeup on. So record it. It's going viral. And I did. And that's what went viral. So I'm here to tell you it doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter. Like you don't need to be all done up for these like videos, because like honestly, like the weirdest stuff sometimes goes viral, right? Like, and it's just like whatever. So like it's not like I just like after being in for so long, I mean maybe that's just like being in for so long, but like you just like don't really care. Like you just like do the things that work and you don't like think twice, like, oh, I need to like go put makeup. No, like, you don't need to put makeup on. Your hair doesn't need to be done. Like, I have dry shampoo on right now. Like, you guys probably don't know that, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so that's just like, that's I just
I'm
wanna
gonna
work
have you
everything
send
in.
me the video that went viral because I
Okay.
already know people are gonna be like, "What is this? Can you send me how to walk through a TikTok?" Like the questions are gonna come. I already know what everybody's gonna say. So I will get that from her, you guys, so that you have it so that her inbox isn't flooded so that she can get to all these people that are wanting the product and do the business as well. But you guys, if you want this, you gotta be willing to do the things and not just one day. Like, key points that you said, consistency, you've been in for 7 years, you haven't quit, you're a diamond making full-time income, weekly bonuses are probably good by enrolling. You're enrolling high BV customers, so you're probably getting $50 plus the $100 ones, and then your monthly check. So I think that that's key, you guys. You don't have to be all the way to Ambassador Diamond to make income that can support your family. I keep hearing this over and over. Have you guys heard that? The last few Zooms that I've had people on, drop a two if you've heard, okay, I can make full-time income by doing these things. So you guys don't just sit back and not do because I want you to have the success. That's way that it's pivoting. If it eliminates, Facebook from holding you back from things, go over to TikTok and Instagram. There is no excuses because people are crushing it with just doing that. Point five, we talked about that a few weeks ago on how to do it. And people were like, oh my gosh, because I was like, man, all these girls' arms are so long. And then I was like, oh, I know how to do this. Like, I figured that out. So I was all proud. But that's why you get on Zooms because you never know what that one I don't know how that thing got up there, but the laughy face. One comment, one light bulb moment can just change your business. I've had that happen over multiple years of like, oh, I didn't know that, and it changed my business. So I believe that this was helpful for you guys so much. Um, and I love that. I'll get from the TikTok or whatever how you walk through and what to do because I'm sure everybody's gonna be wanting to do that. But any last minute, like I think that was pretty good. You did a good
Yeah,
job.
I think that's it unless you have
I
any
mean, you
other
Crushed it.
questions.
guys, she did so good. I know if you've watched her a few weeks back, she was on corporate header on and she was bombarded with that, but you guys, like, I'm excited for you. There's a lot on the table. There's a lot of month left for you guys to hit your goals, make some weekly bonuses. Like, who wants to make $100 this week? Go follow Kelly. Kelly, will you drop? Don't comment, you guys. Will you drop your TikTok and your Instagrams in there so people can follow you? Because you guys are going to want to do this. Follow the leaders that are having the success, right? Success leaves clues. So make sure you guys do that. So there's her TikTok, you guys. And
And I put my third Instagram because
oh,
I
perfect. Okay. So where was the other, what's your first and your second?
well, my tap link directs to my
Oh, okay.
main,
Okay.
but that's not where like the account went from like 1100 to like 11K.
Yeah,
So, but
that's the one that did. The Kelly O'Brien
the third
underscore
Insta,
is the one that blew up.
yes.
Okay, perfect. All right, you guys have that now. So if you have to go create a new one and go blow that up, be consistent and watch your business grow. But I love you. Thank you for sharing. It's exciting to see you, after being 7 years, just have some massive success. I love that for my people that have been in for so long, so deserving. Keep sharing because it just comes back to you, you guys be a boomerang. What you put out comes back. So I know that even more blessings are coming your way, Kelly. So we're going to have Joel close it out with prayer and then big week. Let's go get these customers and distributors, you guys.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this amazing group of world changers. I just ask that you would bless them this week, bring so many people to them that they can help and go out and change their lives. We do all this in your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. All right, guys. Thanks again, Kelly. See
See
ya.
you guys.
Thank you.